Alrighty, folks, here I am with episode 2, and, of course, as I begin episode 2, I have to also begin with a confession. So believe it or not, me being a newbie YouTubey, I recorded 2 full sessions of Minecraft, 30 minutes long each, roughly a little bit less than that, only to find out that I forgot to make sure that I was recording using the correct microphone. So when I went and listened back to it, it sounded awful. Like, really awful. So, anyway, here I am with episode 2, which is actually my second attempt at episode 2. Now, the reason I give you that confession is that I did actually get quite a bit done, so I guess you can consider this to be, I did a lot of work off camera, if that's the way you want to look at it. So, anyway, without further ado, here we go. So, confession time over, and here we are diving into my next episode. Now, take a quick look. You'll notice that there's not a whole lot different up here. There is, of course, a new chest. That's because I did some organizing, just a little bit of organizing. Okay, so there's a chest with all my building materials involved here. And this is kind of just the beginning of that. This is going to need to be bigger eventually, but for now, this is kind of my miscellaneous items, mob drops, and that sort of thing. You'll notice I have some iron here. You'll also notice that I have full iron armor. I have an iron sword, iron pick. I made an iron anvil, and the intention was that I would repair my picks instead of making a new one. Well, what I didn't realize, and I guess it's something I should have known, but what I didn't realize is that it actually costs more than 3 iron ingots to repair a pickaxe, which it seems a little odd. At the very least, it costs the same, but I think it was actually more. So I built an anvil, and it proves to be kind of pointless to have built an anvil. But hey, whatever. Them's the breaks, I suppose. Anyway, so it's there. I'll use it. I might name some of my tools down the road. Sorry about that. That was me muting the microphone temporarily because, well, I sneezed. In fact, I might have sneezed on mic. Well, anyway, whatever. We'll figure it out when I go to edit. And if I have to, I can edit it out, or at least make an attempt at editing it out. Anyway, so I cooked up a bunch of iron last time. Used a lot of it here, a lot of it here. But as you know, this takes 3 iron blocks to build this on top of another 4 iron ingots. So, you know, that's 31 iron ingots, which is a little ridiculous. But I still have 6 left. And if you look over here, I have 24 more sitting waiting to be smelted. Now, one thing that I talked about, and you didn't hear about because, well, why is my mouse not working? Well, because I goofed up. Anyway, I talked about on the one of the episodes that I tried recording and messed up on, and it was that. What was I going to say? Drawing a blank here. Well, it must not have been that important. So, I guess we'll just go delving into the deep again. So, what I was thinking was that I would go ahead and make another iron pick, go down and show you the rest of what I was doing that I did quote unquote off camera, because, you know, that's essentially what it will look like to you. Oh, that's the other thing that I learned. The other thing I learned is the other thing I learned is that there's the sort of diminishing returns thing on here. So if you eat the same food multiple times, it gives you less hunger. So if I eat this, it's going to give me almost nothing. In fact, it does give me nothing because I've already eaten a bunch of the steak. So something I've learned about this particular mod pack, and I'm not sure what mod does that, but anyway. So what I decided I wanted to do is I need to find a spot. Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, my friends. Alright, so anyway, what I wanted to do was find another source for food. That's going, I think, going to be an issue. So I have some string and I have some sticks in here. I might go ahead and catch some fish. And if I catch fish, and then I cook that up, and then it'll give me a chance to, alright, so this is always backwards the way I expect it. Let's see, let's do, oh no, it's going to be this, yeah. I always do it backwards. No, I don't want the bow. What am I doing? You knucklehead. Yeah. Derp. Try that again. Alright, so I'm going to do fishing rod. We'll go out here and we'll do a little fishing. It's really getting dark out. That's irritating. I'll fish at night. Keep an eye out for things. Ooh, hello, Mr. Creeper. I used to do a lot of fishing, like real fishing outside, like, you know, with water and like real fish and real fishing poles and, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. But lately, I don't know, past couple of years I haven't really done much fishing. Just didn't have quite the same excitement level as I before. What kind of fish is that? Perch. In fact, I caught perch when I fished for real. But now, my hobby that I really, really enjoy doing is golf. In fact, I was just out golfing this morning with a friend of mine. Played the best 9-hole round of golf I've ever played in my history of golfing for the past, 10 years or so, which is encouraging, if it weren't for the fact that I'm so bad, regardless of how well I played today. And I don't want it to sound like I play well, or even that I played well today, but compared to my normal game, I played very well today. And I'm not going to divulge my secrets of what my actual score is. I'm going to let you just use your imagination. Think of like the worst golfer you've ever seen. And yeah, I'm worse than that. Well, hello. Since when did you decide to visit? Anyway, this rain is annoying. I should probably enable my cheats so that I can get rid of it. Oof. What's my lag looking like? Or my frame rate? No, I'm still doing alright indoors. What's my frame rate outside? Yeah, it drops a bit, but not horribly. I'm trying to keep an eye on that sort of thing, because, the rendering process tends to amplify some of those things. Throw that back in there, and you, and I'll just throw you in there for now. So I guess I'll cook up this fish and see if my theory is correct. That gives me adequate hunger, as I expected the rest of it to do. So if you hear like thumping in the video at all, I'm not banging on anything. My desk that I'm using, when I lean on it, it kind of pops and crackles a little bit, and that I think is vibrating up through the microphone. I would assume that is what a shock mount would do, would eliminate that thumping sound that you might hear. And the other sound that you might pick up is an occasional car going by, because I live right on a pretty busy street, and I don't have as much noise canceling as I'd like. And there's also, I suppose, the potential that there's the sound of my CPU fan. So some of you might be interested, speaking of CPU fan, CPU really, some of you might be interested in knowing what kind of a system I'm running. I mentioned in the first video that it's about 3 years old. And when I got it, it wasn't like super top of the line, but it wasn't, bare bones. And it still really isn't bare bones. I'm running, 16 gigs of RAM. that? Something just die here? What? No? Okay. Running 16 gigs of RAM. I'm also running a GeForce GX, I believe GX 675M mobile graphics card, and it's got 4 gigs of video memory, dedicated video memory in it, which is nice. But holy mackerel, does it generate heat! It actually creates some issues sometimes. I've done a little research to make sure that it was normal, if you can call 100 degrees Celsius normal. I actually haven't hit 100 degrees Celsius, but I've come close. 97, I think, is the top that I've seen. And I looked it up, and believe it or not, it actually is somewhat normal to see that sort of temp in a GPU. Now, if you're seeing that sort of temp in a CPU, then you got problems that need some addressing, because you're going to have bigger issues down the road pretty quick if you don't take care of that. Hello, friend. Okay. That's a good way for me to die. That was unfortunate the way that played out. And you're going to find your way over to me, aren't you? So are you. I'm going to make my way back upstairs, because this food thing is really going to be an issue very, very quickly. So 16 gigs of RAM. 16 gigs of RAM plus a pretty decent GPU, or at least it was when, back in the day, 3 years ago when I bought it. It wasn't a bad unit. I am running a 180 gig SSD. That's what I use for my operating system. That's what I use all my video editing and stuff on, although, don't really have a comparison, but I can tell you that the load times of the SSD, the OS on the SSD is pretty fantastic. Oh good, it does give me a little more. As long as I go back and forth between foods, I'm probably okay. I'm also known for eating raw flesh. You know what? I wonder, is it nighttime or daytime? Must be daytime. I gotta go hack down a tree real quick here. Bad guys. Yep. I need more wood real quick. Because I want to see if there's drying racks in here. I suppose I should look it up before, Yeah, if there's drying racks, I can do some monster jerky stuff. Should probably have checked that before I went out there and risked life and limb. Should probably make a doorway to this so that creatures don't crawl up and bite me. Alright, just do that. Let's see. Oh, bother. Doesn't look like that it's there. Really? That sounds like an Enderman. So no drying racks. So I guess my best bet is to just, do this. That'll give me food. Oh, look. And it didn't even hurt me. There, now I can regen my health. Can I cook the frog? Does that work in here? Evidently not. Okay. Never hurts to try. Alright, so anyway, so I'm going to delve back in there as soon as I've regened a little more health. I'll throw you here. I'm going to regen some health down here real quick, or as I come down. Do a little mining, a little digging around. Anyway, so it's a 17-inch monitor, and that may sound small, but then when you realize that I'm actually running on a laptop, 17-inch monitor on a laptop is actually quite large. In fact, the laptop itself is actually quite large, and that's fine, because it's really intended to be a what they call call a desktop replacement laptop, which is what I wanted. I wanted something beefy and robust and awesome to play around with, and some good recordings, some obsidian down there. I'm going to go after that redstone there. Oh, good. I can get down there without dying. Any critters? Oh, yeah, there's a critter. Come on. Come on. Join me. Yeah, you're too smart for that, are you? Yeah. Alright, I gotta take care of this guy before he hurts me. You're not gonna come visit. Pay attention. Yeah, come on. Bring it on. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, yeah. I can mine it with this, yeah, okay. Let's do this. Let's see what I can do. Do that. Just a bit of insurance. Perfect. There's more over there, but I don't know if I'm going to go get that yet, because I'm kind of feeling vulnerable here. There's a little bit of iron here that I could get. Alright, so this is basically what I did the last 2 episodes that ended up being bad recordings because of my, goof up. But it's fine, because I guess that means that I was able to get some off-camera mining done, so you didn't have to, be bored by that. Kind of able to see, oh look, you did some stuff off camera. It's kind of nice. Oh boy. Why do I feel like I'm venturing into a danger zone? Diamond. Look at that. My first diamond. Decent little pocket of it. I'm not gonna go crazy mining out the coal here, especially with the lava so close by. Alright, so I feel like I'm going a little quiet in a couple spots here. I'll try to do a little talking about what's going on here. Oops, more. So, redstone is one of those mechanics in vanilla Minecraft that I can do basics with, but some of the more fancy contraptions, I usually steal ideas from other people. And that's probably what I'll end up doing here. Like my entryway is probably going to be some sort of fancy 3x3 piston door or something like that. Just kind of something fun to do. And that's fine. If you have ideas or whatever, again, with that sort of thing, perfect. Send them along. I'd love to see some creative ideas that I could do for my facade on the front of my structure. I can't remember if I talked about this time, because I did it on one of the previous videos that I goofed up on. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm going to snort on the mic. Hard to remember that I'm actually recording something sometimes. Anyway, so if... Which way? Oh, up that way, right? Yeah, okay. Oops. That would have been bad. I don't know how far up I'm going to go with this. Anyway, I talked a little bit about creating like a facade that I want to do. That's not what I wanted. And when I say facade, I mean when I make my buildings, I'm not necessarily going to build a building per se, at least on this one. I'm going to build like a front part of it. And that'll give me a chance to just be a little creative, but not have to go too crazy. I already have an idea of what I want to do. Use marble, so probably go digging for some more marbles. Some right at the top of my mine shaft there that I could probably get. I want to do some pillars and kind of create almost something that looks like almost like a town hall in a way. Stopping the flow here. Alright. That is not where I wanted that. So, if I find that facades are really kind of the way to go, it feels like there's a spider up above my head. Yeah, that made me panic for a second. Just because I'm not in a position to be dealing with such things. Hello, where are you? Alright, so this is the an impasse at this point. I just need to go back. Just so that I can, you know, make sure that I don't lose stuff. Alright, so that's actually the path back here. Alright, so let's make our way back up my wonderful set of stairs here. That's not my set of stairs. Oh, that's a direction I didn't go in. That's my left. So anyways, through there. So I'll go up here. Whoa, baby. What is up with that? Well, hello there. Not that I'm scared of you or anything, it's just... I don't like being, you know, caught off guard. More iron. More iron. Hello, creepers. Whoops. Lots of friends. Yeah, bring it. Yeah, right. Sorry about that. That was inconvenient little telemarketing phone call. That's one of the wonderful things about you know, having your phone on the do not call list. Well, quite frankly, it doesn't work forever. You have to update it occasionally, or else it won't work. So anyway, I think I might run this episode a little bit longer than last time, mainly because I goofed up on the first two attempts, and want to make sure that I get the full episode in, and then some. My goodness, zombies everywhere. And more guys down here. Oh, I'm out of torches. Well, lucky for me, I have all that I need to make torches. There we go. All right, so let's see here. Oh, hello. Again, not that I'm scared, but it's good to be ready. All right, so, oh my goodness, hello, friend. That was an interesting tip on that bow. Wish I could pick those up. Bone or bone meal. Alright, so now I'm going to go back and collect some of this iron that I bypassed temporarily. So I'll make this episode a tiny bit longer. It's going to take a little bit more editing because of the phone call and a couple of other things that happened during my sneeze and all that. A couple of other things. But I think for the most part it's a straightforward editing job. Again, that's something that's, as time goes on, I'll get better at streamlining and increasing my efficiency. And there's more through there. Yes, I know. Iron pickaxe on gravel is a no-no. Oh my word. Alright, is that the end finally? Alright, okay. And look at that. I turn around and find that I walked right past some more diamonds. I know. Gold. So I think this was quite a successful mining trip. I've got quite a few cobblestone. Probably enough to get started building a structure or expanding my room up top. I'm so used to trying to set up automation that I don't know how I'm going to divvy up my rooms at this point, because I don't even know if there's any magic mods in this particular Minecraft mod pack. We'll find out, I guess. I know AgriCraft isn't here. That one I played around a little bit with because of Agrarian Skies 2. That was a nice way to learn mods, and I guess that's pretty much the point. That's kind of why the mod pack makers do that kind of a survival quest type of Minecraft mod packs to help you learn about new packs. Alright, let's find our way back to our home. Yeah, I'm going to end up jumping in that hole. There. That'll prevent that. Keep it to the left. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to go back up to the top. And then I think I might sign off. It's not a terribly long episode, but it was long enough. Why do I feel like I went the wrong way now? Because I did. Didn't bring my stairs with me either, did I? Bother. Oh well. Alright, I have lots of stuff that I can make in this, or lots of stuff that I can sort. So I'm going to go up this, unload my stuff, take a peek at some ideas, and then I'm going to sign off and call this a finished episode. Hopefully next time I'll remember to bring all my stairs down with me so I can not create issues. Ooh, another carrot. Put you in here, you and you and you and you, and that's it. Right, so building materials, ores, go in here. Why is that not working anymore? Anyway, whatever. Huh, strange. So, alright, so that's that. A little bit of coal in there, oodles of coal in here. Some nice redstone here. I want to say this shortcut's on. Alright, well, I don't know what the deal is. We'll do that. There's the Z one that I like. Alright. Okay, so let's take a look in NEI, just out of curiosity. Find out some more, more about what I can do here. So if I right click on it, it gives me what makes. I can make a desk bell. Wow. And a cookie jar. Okay, this is stuff from Railcraft. More stuff from Extra Buttons. Basically the same thing, just with colors, okay? What was that? Oh, Carpenter's Blocks is in this. That's nice to know. Huh. Okay. I like some of that stuff. It's pretty cool. Reds. Z-Tones. That's a new mod to me. I've played a little bit with the storage drawers mod. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't really found a whole lot of use for it. I know probably because I don't adventure too much into that sort of thing. But anyway, that's kind of what it looks like. Yeah. Gonna take a bit to get into all this stuff. But I think I might get into it. We'll see. We'll see. That's if I keep the Minecraft thing going. And hopefully I'll be able to do that. It's a nice barrel hammer. That must mean I don't think Java's on here, is it? Oh yeah, look at that. Java barrel is on here. That's good to know. What about drums? No. Those big barrels aren't on here. No. All right, well, I think I'm going to leave it at that. I don't really feel the need to prolong this episode anymore if all I'm doing is looking through NEI. Next episode, I think what I'm going to do is try to figure out some sort of a food system. So perhaps go out and do some harvesting of some trees, get some agricraft stuff going, maybe find a place for a garden and a little bit of dirt. Maybe I could do a garden over to the side or something around the corner here. Maybe be a good place to start in here. I might actually open this up a little bit and turn it into a garden, but give me a chance to kind of start getting some food stuff taken care of now. Just out of curiosity, I'm wondering if are there seeds that drop at all, because it doesn't look like there's much in the way of seeds dropping, unless I have to use a scythe or something for it to Well, alright, I guess must be another way to get seeds and stuff. Again, if you guys know how to do that, let me know, and I will figure it out myself. So, in the meantime, I'm going to sign off. This is Pactus signing off of episode 2 of my Minecraft series, and I hope to see you on episode 3.